What is up, guys? Ivan here with getivan.com, and I'd like to welcome you to this video on an AppSumo deal going on right now called Oviond. And I typically don't do videos or any kind of uh, promotions on stuff like this because it's kind of public knowledge. But this was a special one because I think that even for the average peer, most guys are going to miss a sneaky little benefit to this tool that makes it have huge value. So first of all, let me show you here. The aesthetics are pretty pleasing. They're nice tables and charts what this tool does is it's marketing reporting or KPI reporting dashboards, pretty much. So you can integrate Facebook and Google Analytics and Google Sheets and various other social medias and Google Ads, and you can get reporting data for client projects and private projects and things like that. I've done a ton of research in this field in the past, and most of the tools are massively overpriced, with the most cost-effective being Google's Data Studio, which is free. Problem with Data Studio is that even though it has some pretty flexible and pleasing aesthetic viewables, some of the configuration is kind of archaic and tedious, and there's not really much of not really much in terms of management. You can only refresh the data, I think, every 15 minutes or something like that. Maybe sooner than that. And so if you were going to do that for clients, you have to set up piece by piece, and then send them the Data Studio shareable link. It's okay, but Oviond essentially has all the benefits of Data Studio, with exception to the flexibility of data of the data aesthetics, which can be easily improved. And hopefully, I can do a feature suggestion and make some notes to them on some things they can improve. Some of the things that are huge benefits to this tool, though, are the white label feature and the automated reporting feature. And unfortunately, they have not done a super great job at explaining to the public the biggest benefits of this system. At a glance, I would look at something like this and see 20 client limitation as or 50 or even 200 as being just awful, and on their regular pricing, it's really expensive. It's like $80 a month for 20 client additions or something, which comes out to something like $4 a month to add a client profile. But this is the reason I wanted to make this video, is because I think that people are going to miss out on how this really works, and the way that it works, it's awesome. This is not a limitation. I mean, in some ways it's a limitation, but you can get around it. And the key is to set your own agency as a client profile, and then to use certain services that are integrated with your agency profile, that don't have limitations. Things like Google Sheets, for example, or Google Ads, where you can manage a bunch of client ad campaigns or whatever, from a single integration. So that's really the key. You've got to find the things that allow for a single integration, which then allow you to make associations with a whole bunch of different sub clients within that profile. And in that way, you can actually create multiple agency client profiles and manage things in chunks, or possibly segment them by niches, for example. So that's the main thing. Otherwise, you've got unlimited integrations, unlimited dashboards, unlimited reports, unlimited user accounts. And keep in mind, this is per client profile. Okay, except for I think unlimited user accounts might be account wide. I'm not sure. I haven't tested that yet. And then you got white label, custom domain, and all that good stuff, and automated report. They don't advertise their automated reporting. They really should. Let's see. where's my chat? Okay. So you go to add a new client, you add yourself as an agency. You can, down here, you can go to settings and you can configure the white label for the design. I haven't done it on my domain yet. I just haven't taken the time on subdomain. But the design features are really clean and they look good. They work properly, so that's great. When we click through on my my profile here, it takes me to this area where I can set integrations, dashboards, and reporting. Let's take a look at the integrations real quick. There's not a ton of them right now. There's a lot of them that are planned, but it seems like the program is being developed pretty rapidly. I've already connected Google Sheets and I've been testing it. The integration for Google Sheets connects to your My Drive container, not to your team drives. But there is a place to enter a custom field. So it might be that you can enter a custom field ID for the team drive, and that might work. I haven't tested it yet. So there's just a disclaimer there. So some things that would work from an agency standpoint might be Facebook ads, Google Analytics, which there's certain limitation there if you're storing your clients in your Google Analytics container or whatever. But that's why you could then just go and add another client profile and manage a whole bunch of other Google Analytics profile accounts from that other client profile. So there are ways to scale this in a pretty cost-effective manner. Google Search Console, possibly SE ranking, YouTube. I think there's like 50 brands per YouTube channel. Things that obviously it wouldn't work very well with, or like social media stuff like Twitter or Instagram. Facebook lets you do 50, or I don't even know if there's a limit to the number of brands you can have. So, that's pretty cool. That might work pretty well, but there'd be a limit on things like Instagram and Twitter, and LinkedIn, for example. So with some of this stuff, you would need another client profile, but with a lot of this, even probably MailChimp, you could, I don't use MailChimp, but you could manage a lot of other things from one single profile. So anyways, that's how integrations allow you to be really, really flexible. When we're looking at dashboards, this is how you click add a dashboard, and adds a dashboard template. And then when you actually click through to, and so basically you would name that dashboard something that reflects the client or the private project. And then it comes with a whole bunch of preloaded widgets that are contained in the dashboard. And you can move them around. They're really flexible, left to right, up and down. And over here on the right, you can add integration data source widgets from this area. You can add plain text. You can add media, images, and video. When you go to upload video, it asks for a URL. So I'm not sure if it uploads it to their service or if it just embeds it. I'm sure it embeds it, but I haven't tested that. Say that as a template, clear widgets, dashboard settings. And this is where you can indicate to include sharing or not include. So the dashboard is shareable or not shareable. And then you can include to show the date picker on the shared dashboard. So basically it allows people to filter by a period of time on the shared dashboard. The shared dashboard is basically just a live viewable, and you can click this refresh button to refresh the data feed. So if you're familiar with KPI dashboard services, a lot of them have a very limited period of time for that data refresh. A lot of them are longer, and you have to pay a whole lot of money for them to be faster. In order to get to 15 minutes, I mean, it's often really expensive, and then you're paying a lot of money to get down to 5 minutes or a couple minutes or whatever. I think Google Data Studio is something like 15 minutes, and then you can go in and manually refresh. But it's really cool that you can just manually refresh from here, so that's neat. Anyways, you can click share dashboard and then grab a link. I'm pretty sure this link will change once you set up the custom domain for the white label. And then you can actually share it directly to an email with this field. So that's cool. Let's take a look at what it looks like. So when I drop this link into a browser, the white label shows up and you click on it. It's that white label link that's been shared. And then and then it shows all this stuff in here. And looks like the shared user can actually move things around, I guess, for their, just their personal view. And then here's where they click to change the custom date range, and they can click this to refresh. And then they can search inside of a spreadsheet. Let me show that spreadsheet thing here. So when I click on Add Data Widget, then I can go to Search Integration. I haven't tested this custom scorecard yet, but I'm sure that that's useful. So I'm clicking on this Add Widget, and now it's going to search for these sheets. I'm going to type in golf to do this golf keyword research just in this test. And then, so that's the spreadsheet level. This is the worksheet level. So the tabs at the bottom of the worksheet, or of the spreadsheet in general, this keyword highlights. The measures are the columns. And so here's where you can indicate, okay, I want this column, and so on and so forth. I'm surprised that this utility has not been developed further, because this to me is just huge, But when you indicate only one column, it actually gives you more advanced options down here. Here's where you name the things. You can name it whatever. When we look at the advanced options, we can show value, comparison, trend line, multiple axes. Not entirely sure how all of it works. The comparison is, as that widget has been there for a period of time, it will be able to collect that data and compare it to data from the past. So in the data viewable, there'll be an area here. I think it's down here somewhere, right here, where it says previous period, previous year. So as it collects data, then someone in that live feed can just click, previous month or whatever. And then here's the value. I'm not sure how to set that value. That's 0 right there. But there it is. That's like a custom feature to show a value. And trendline, I don't think it is working. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to see it, or multiple axes or whatever. I haven't seen if that does anything. It might just not be applicable to the chart type, and that's the downside right now of the widget. And hopefully they'll improve this with a feature suggestion. But you can only click this table chart right now, and I would like to be able to pivot into a line graph and also into pie charts and things like that. So hopefully we'll be able to see that kind of thing in the not too distant future. Even correlations between two data sets would be really cool. So that's how you add this, Google Sheet widget. It's fairly flexible. I wanted to showcase this in particular because I think that's really worth it. So that's the live dashboard thing. Again, you can share that link. The client can look at it. They can bookmark it and keep track of live feed. Everything's unlimited, so it's just really killer. Even for that alone, it's killer. Moving forward, though, to the report section. The report section works just like the dashboard section, except the way that it presents information is supposed to be email friendly, and there's an automated reporting facet to it. When you click on the menu area here, you can actually get a quick share report link. So that's a little bit easier. You can't really do that on the other one. I don't know why, but let's click through on this generic report that they've included. As you can see, there's navigation, and when we look at the preview, it actually includes that navigation in the hot link to that report. And on the left here, they can share the report from this white label area, and they can also generate a PDF from the page. So I think that's really cool. I don't know if this navigation is included in the email. I would assume it is, but I'm not sure. It may not. It may just be like a PDF viewable, or the email may just generate the link to the actual report, and then they can go through like this. I would probably assume that that's actually how it works. Anyways, everything else is the same, except obviously it looks a little bit different. But then the report automation feature is really what sets this apart. So every period of time, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, it will generate a report to this person, and then you can actually indicate a date range. So you can say, I want my report to include the last 7 days, And every month I want to send a report that discusses the progress of the last 7 days. Um, you get the idea. I mean, it's very flexible because you have two different uh, variables that you can set in terms of how the report operates, and then you can set the individuals. I wonder if you can put commas here. That would be really cool if you could do multiple individuals to this area. But all that to say that it comes with what you need to run this at an agency level. You can send you can set up dashboards for specific clients, and then you can set up automated reports for those specific clients. And so, as you're just minding your own business, doing your thing, and use up various platforms, then you've got this reporting system that is taking care of. You've got this system that is taking care of the reporting aspect, and you don't have to manually create those processes or go into Data Studio and build that stuff, and then it's, even with Data Studio, you're still gonna have to take that link and then go and send them an email or whatever, or set up a process to once per month automatically generate some sort of maybe preview of a piece of relevant data, and then here's a link to the Data Studio or whatever. So just to summarize this whole video, um, this is a deceptive deal because you can set up your own agency as a single client and manage an unlimited number of other clients. It also comes with white label, and it comes with automated reporting. The only downside that I can see right now is that there is a limited number of aesthetics for the Google Sheets module right now. But otherwise, I consider this to be uh, easier to use, um, and it takes care of. It adds some automation and some ease of building these reports that I think makes it more worthwhile than Data Studio for that one-time fee that you can pay at the low end over at AppSumo. So just wanted to share that. I think that could really benefit some of you guys out there, and appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And below this video, you'll find a link to AppSumo. It's just a friend link, referral link. And I'd appreciate it if you use that if you've never used AppSumo before. But that's pretty much it. Appreciate your time, and I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.